Welcome to another episode of Life and Whiskey. As always, I'm Jordan, and we are going to look at some of the Islay scotches that I picked up on my travels back to the Midwest here recently. It is July 1st today. This video probably won't drop on YouTube until probably January, February of 2022. So the fact that it's July right now that I'm shooting this video means nothing. For those of you watching these videos on BitChute or Minds, you'll probably see this maybe pushing, I don't know, November, December, somewhere in there, 2021. Kind of interesting. Scarabus, I thought this was kind of a non-mainstream whiskey, a little bit cheaper for Islays. Picked up for $29.99 at the Total Wine in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now this has happened to me multiple times. Daniel and Rex, the Whiskey Vault, they have reviewed this whiskey, and I'm trying not to do what everybody else is doing, because once they do a video, it seems like all the other whiskey reviewers kind of do a video about the same time on that whiskey. Not that that means anything, or that anybody's stepping on anybody's toes, but it's just a little disheartening when I go out of my way to try and find something that is currently not being reviewed, and then all of a sudden, before I can get my video out, they review it. But you know what, such is life. They definitely have a way bigger channel and do probably a better job than I do. So for whatever it's worth, whatever. But this is, I think, the third or fourth one that they've done. So they recently, I think in June, reviewed Scarabus, and so I'm excuse me, tickle in my throat. I'm going to be doing my review of this. It is by Hunter Laing and Company. Wait, let's see what else I want to say. So anyways, we're going to be doing all the Islays now. We've ran through the bourbons and the ryes and a couple of whiskeys that I picked up as well. They had an entire shelf, top to bottom, filled with Islays, and I just started grabbing whiskey. Always looking for a good daily drinker to replace my McLeland's. Not that I want to replace it, but, as I've already said in a couple other videos, it was only $17.99 for McLeland's at Total Wines in Wisconsin. I'm paying $27 for the cheapest I can find it here. $29 to $35 kind of is the norm. And so I walked up to the shelf, and there was McLeland's for $17.99, and I was like, oh yeah, and I grabbed 3 bottles. But then put them back, because I can at least get that whiskey here. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take and buy whiskeys I can't find in Wyoming. So grabbed a bunch of the cheaper Islays just to see, kind of how they were, and maybe I could find a new daily drinker. I still have family and friends that would be able to pick that up for me from time to time and bring it out if I needed it. So that's always an option for me. So single malt, it's kind of nice that you pick up these single malts for under $30 to top it off. Does this have an age statement on here? I'm not seeing any age statement on here. So I'm guessing, it's probably a little bit younger, but it is 46% ABV, so 92 proof. That's always kind of nice. And my wife and everybody else is very impressed with the labeling on it. It's a very fanciful label. I'll just keep looking for an age statement just to see if they got some. So in Scotland, to be considered Scotch, it must be at least 3 years. I'm going to assume this is probably 3 to 6 years. Fairly light in color, as you can see. But an Islay nonetheless. And on the nose, I get a little bit of... it's sweet and malty on the nose with a hint of smoke. Light on the smoke, and almost like a funky cheese on there. Like cheese and malt, a little bit of grain. A little bit of brine in there as well. Smells really good. It's just very pleasant and sweet smelling. A little graham cracker almost. And if you notice, I put these graduations on there with I used a marker pen and painted those on there, and then covered them with nail polish, clear nail polish. And so they're 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounce, 4, 5, and 6, and then the ½ ounce marks over here. If anybody knows of anywhere to get like an etched glass Glencairn with graduations on it, I would be eternally grateful. But I've seen other people looking for them. I've looked for them. I can find them absolutely nowhere. I'd make them myself, but it'd be such a pain in the dick to be able to do this with. So I literally took a shot glass, 1 ounce at a time, and filled this up so I was getting exact measurements on there. And to do that each time with any productivity or scaling to it, screw that. If you have a laser engraver of some sort and you can etch glass, let me know, because I'd be curious. I'm sure you'd pay through the nose for them, but you know, this is what I got for now. Anyways, back to the whiskey. Super pleasant, definitely an Islay territory, but not overwhelmingly so. So it's a lot. It's on the sweeter side for sure. In the taste, it is very smoke, campfire, and ash forward. Moves into a very sweet middle palate. Hits you with some alcohol towards the middle to the end of the mid palate. Finishes nice, heavy, earthy smoke, peatiness, sweet, and brininess. Super nice whiskey. Very, very nice. Yeah, for as light of a color as this is like Ardbeg light in color. And that may even be where this is coming from. I don't even know what distillery this is coming out of. Don't know if it says it on here even. And for all I know, maybe they even have their own distillery. I don't, as I've always said, I don't do the research. I don't really know. But man, for 30 bucks, that is a really nice whiskey. The nose didn't really change much, although the alcohol came a little bit more forward in there. And a little bit more of the swampiness of the peat kind of shows up. So not the smokiness, but that earthy swampiness. So if you've ever been to an actual swamp, you can kind of smell the swamp scum and the algae and the stale water. I get a little bit of that in there, so you get that nice peatiness in there. So normally when people say that peatiness, they refer to the peat smoke. I'm talking about actual mud peat. You can smell that earthiness. On the taste, second time. Flavors switch around a little bit, sweet forward, just for a couple of quick seconds, and then boom, into a campfire smoke and char almost. Like what you can imagine, like the actual burnt wood kind of taste has, like a charcoaly taste. Gets a little touch of ash in there, more brine and sweet kind of finishing out the profile. Extremely, extremely nice. Really big fan of that. As I said, I'm probably only going to review 1, 2, 3 of these Islas at a time, because I want to give them all a fair shake and a fair review. And the next one that I do, I feel like the smoke and brine and peat of this is going to cover up some of what's in the next one, and I'll be acclimated to that smoke and brine also, which will bring out more of the sweet flavors in the next one that I do. So when you have, like, if you're drinking Islas, often you'll find that the first sip you get that smoke, peat, brine, all that good stuff, and then the second sip, when you go back, you'll find a lot sweeter mid palate in there. And so same thing will happen if you drink one and then try and do another one. So I want to give everybody a fair shake and a good review. So I'll try one more. I'll probably try it off camera first, just to see what the flavor differences are. But you know, I want to give a good review for all of these. I really, really enjoy this. For $29.99, you really can't go wrong. Drop in the comments down below what you can pick up a bottle of Scarabus for in your area. If you have a Total Wine, let me know if the price is different there than it was at the one in Milwaukee. And yeah, drop in the comments also anything else you have to say. If you haven't already, please smash that like button on these videos. It seems that my budget whiskeys are the only ones that the YouTube algorithms are pushing, as I got a couple thousand views on 2 of the 4 or 5 videos that I did there. And then everything else is just really kind of lackluster. You know, 8 to 30 something views on all those videos. So it's a good thing I do this for myself and not to make money, because there's just no way that I'd ever get anywhere doing that. And that's okay. You know, I'm here to try and provide a service for everybody and give you an idea of what different whiskeys taste like, so that maybe if something piques your interest, you can be more inclined to go out and buy that without having to sample every single thing and spend tons of money. Like, I don't know how many thousands of dollars of whiskey I got here, but I got over 100 bottles now, so there's plenty there to choose from, which is really nice to have, so it's not exactly a problem. But yeah, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Check out some of the other videos on my YouTube channel, and check out Life and Whiskey on bitchute.com and minds.com. And I keep trying to have extra content on those channels. I just haven't gotten around to making it yet because I just haven't had time. But if there's going to be any discussions on life and stuff, that's where that's going to be. Originally, I wanted to do that here on YouTube, but because YouTube sucks all of a sudden and is really tightening its grip on censorship, seems like if I get out of my wheelhouse here of whiskey, that I'm probably going to be censored to the nth degree, because I have a lot of opinions and they seem to run counter to what YouTube would prefer. So we're going to save all that for BitChute and Minds, and yeah, check out those as well. At Minds, it's life_and_whiskey, and at BitChute, it's Life and Whiskey. So yeah, if you got anything to say, drop in the comments down below. As always, thanks for watching this video. Greatly appreciate it. Have yourselves a great day. We'll catch you in the next video.